I spent the last 4 years posting a TikTok every single day, and I went from 0 to 3 million followers. I also co-founded a TikTok content creation agency called K9 Unit, where we only focused on making other businesses or individuals go viral organically. In this video, I'm going to break down how I went from 0 to 3 million followers, how I kept coming up with new ideas, and how much money did I make from TikTok. So my growth from 0 to 50,000 followers was pretty random because I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. I remember my first ever TikTok where I dressed up as a jinn, which is basically a ghost, chasing myself into my room.
What's the problem, dog?
Bye. And it got around 200,000 views. I would also like to point out that in 2020, when I started TikTok, it was way more easier to get views because there were way less creators trying to get views. And so from 50,000 followers to roughly 150,000 followers, I continued to make skits where I would make fun of my mom or my dad. I also developed this series where I was making fun of America's Got Talent. On the count of 3. And so from 150,000 followers to 750,000 followers, I focused on only one style of content. Some of you may remember this as the become a chair trend. Become a chair! The way I was inspired to do these videos was I remember shooting for one of my clients, Joe Asave. He's a motivational speaker, entrepreneur, and owns a restaurant here in Dubai. At the same time, Gary Vee was going super viral with his motivational speeches. And so I was like, how can I make fun of this? I put my phone, I didn't even have a tripod. I put my phone, placed it up against the tissue box, and used my sister's phone as a microphone and shot my first parody motivational video. It's not about how you spend your time. It's about spend your time how. People forget that they are and they can't. And then they just become. Try becoming the first after it and then see what you can be, because that's life. That video got roughly 100,000 views in the first day and it got really good engagement. When I saw that, I doubled down on that piece of content and I made 3 more in the coming days. And I saw exponential growth both on my views and my engagement, and not to forget my followers. My growth from 750,000 followers to 3 million followers was a mix of making fun of motivational speakers and slowly transitioning that into making fun of podcasts. And so it started off with me wearing earmuffs and I just started saying nonsense stuff on a podcast.
So you know they never found out who made the pyramids, right? Yeah. And there's a theory that Michelangelo came floating down the rainbow and he just called everyone like, hey, come, let's make a pyramid. And Isaac Newton was actually partying that night, as he should. And that's when it all went down. To Party Rock Anthem. Yeah. Oh, was that the guy who sang Open Gangnam Style? No. That was Christopher Columbus.
Around 950,000 followers, I started doubling down on the podcast series, which is also known as the Fahad's Podcast on my channel. And I saw insane amount of growth. Also, this is when people picked on me saying, isn't that concerning, and turned the podcast into the isn't that concerning trend. If you go on Google right now and write, isn't that concerning, my face pops up because of the amount of organic traffic I received because of this phrase. I would also like to point out that using the same exact content and repurposing it on my Instagram Reels, Snapchat Spotlight, and YouTube Shorts, I have gained around 450,000 followers on Instagram, 50,000 followers on Snapchat, and 1,000 subscribers on YouTube because I recently started posting. Coming up with ideas is not easy, and trust me, there have been days where I've just sat in front of the camera or stared at the wall and have absolutely no idea what I'm going to do. So here's a breakdown of what I would do to come up with ideas. Number 1, research. If I'm making fun of a podcast, I'm going to watch as many other podcast clips that I can to give me an idea of what I'm going to make fun of. The second thing that I would do is brainstorm with friends and family. My sister is my director when it comes to my videos, but some of you might not like the idea of talking to other people for your ideas. It's your loss. And the third and the most important thing that I would do to come up with ideas is I would research my own liked videos. And I asked myself, why did I like them in the first place? There must be a reason why I stopped scrolling and clicked like. And once I understand that reason, I walk away with either a structure of a piece of content or some inspiration of a piece of content that I can later use and modify it to my content. How much money did I make from TikTok? All right, now besides the brand deals, which I've done over the last 4 years, I made absolutely zero from TikTok. Yes, I did get some very nice sponsorships every 4 to 5 months, but that would not justify the amount of effort that I have put into TikTok. The real money that I made was from the agency that I am running, where I am making other people go viral. So would I recommend you to do TikTok so that you can make money directly from it? No. Do TikTok if you want to grow your personal brand first organically and link it somehow to a service or a product that you're trying to sell indirectly, because people are sick and tired of being sold things to. In my opinion, social media would do great with one less person trying to sell themselves. That's all for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you have any other questions, leave them in the comments down. Every Sunday, we're going to be posting one of these. Bye-bye.